Alright, hello everyone, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy XIV event. Today we've got the Rising 2025, the usual Final Fantasy anniversary. Taking place in Limsa this time, which I kind of actually forgot also took place in Limsa last year. I don't know where I get the notion from this thing starts in Ul'dah. Maybe it mainly starts in Ul'dah, but like it hasn't started there in 2 years. I don't know, maybe they rotate through them. Although it's never been in Gridania, that I recall anyways. Which is kind of weird. It seems to only be these two places, if anywhere at all. If anywhere else, but yeah, no, it's been here the last couple years. I went to Ul'dah first, thinking it was there, assuming it was there, and then being like, oh, it's in Limsa. I was kind of surprised to see it over here, but yeah, I mean, I guess if we're rotating every couple of years, then it checks out, since we only had one Limsa last year, and the year before that was Ul'dah. So let's see what we're doing this time. See if it's as interesting as the summer event that we had a couple weeks ago. Well now, if it isn't my adventurer friend Abin, it can only be a blessing from the Navigator that we should meet again here and now. You see, I've been struggling to find inspiration for a new song to perform this rising. I have to mind to speak with the locals for their tales, for which I could use your able assistance. Would you be willing to accompany me? I am truly grateful. During the Rising, we remember those we lost in the calamity, even as we turn our attention to the brighter future. It is my hope to hear a tale that inspires one and all to look forward. Now then, there's no better place for talk in Limsa Lominsa than the Drowning Wench. Let us first seek out the barkeep, Bedron, and see if he has aught of interest to share. Well, this seems like a strange occasion for him to be lost of inspiration. You having some writer's block for music? It's like the fucking world's coming to an end. Oh, what's this? What's the arm? You'll get yourself killed, that's the arm. I ain't letting one so young sign up. Why do you want to become an adventurer so badly anyway, Acha? Oh, it's been a while since we had like a Makot child. Or any child for that matter. There's this place I need to go to. The problem is the Yellow Jackets won't let the child leave the city alone. If I was an adventurer, I'd be responsible for myself. I could go wherever I please, whenever I please. So please, let me sign up. It ain't that simple, lass. I've got a responsibility to those I sign up. If I let someone who's clearly unprepared get out there and end up in or worse, I wouldn't be able to live it down. And don't even get me started on the damage it caused the guild's reputation. So you can forget about signing up until you're older. Much older. What has to be now, during the Rising? Why'd you have to be so responsible? How dare he be responsible? Comes with age, lass. Now run along and get yourself home. She can like sneak out anyway? Yeah, I mean, good luck stopping that kid. Clearly, she has a goal and she plans to meet it. Is everything well? I saw you had to hear that. Little cub's been bent on becoming an adventurer. But I said no and sent her on her way. Still, I can't help but worry. She doesn't strike me as the sort to give up easily. True that. Wouldn't surprise me a whit if she tried to sneak out anyway. I had to impose, but do you reckon you could keep an eye on Racha? I'd do it myself, but I can't up and leave the tavern. Timing of the Rising seemed to be of the essence to the little one. Intriguing. Would you not agree? Let us ask her about that. I'm in your debt. Now, nearest city exit's Tempest Gate, over by the Alf Castle. I suggest you begin talking to Clindrel, the sentry yonder. You know, I think we only, as a Gridanian starter, I think I've only ever talked to that guy like a couple of times. Literally like 2 quests maybe. Because you come here to Limsa at level 15, and then I think there's like 2 quests after you get off the airship with him, and then you're pretty much, you never see him again. But I would imagine if it's anything like the Gridania start, it's probably pretty important to the Limsa start. With like Gridania's innkeeper equivalent. You see like a kid, it's like me, but shorter. All lands of Inoska await you on the other side of the Tempest Gate. At Baderon's behest, you say? Well, as it happens, a girl of that description did come through here just a moment ago. Well, she was at the heels of a coat peddler, so at a glance one might think them parent and child. Well, the way she kept stealing glances behind me made me suspicious. So I alerted my comrade a yo-yo outside, and I expect she stopped the little one for questioning. If you're worried, you should go seek her out. Our thanks for the information. We shall find out your comrade at once. Ah, a clever little brat. Alright. Where's this person? Good, you did catch her. And she didn't run off yet. Bonus. Well, now, isn't the good minstrel and our kindly helper? Pleasure to see the two of you again. What brings you here today? So Baderon sent you after the little one. I was just about to ask her what she's up to. But was it, dearie? Even without others telling you, you ought to know it's dangerous out there. What is it that you want to do so badly you'd risk your life for this? Or something I need to see. It doesn't matter if it's dangerous. I have to go. We understand that you have your reasons, Urcha. Even so, we cannot in good conscience allow you to wander the wilds alone. So here I would make a proposal. Rather than becoming an adventurer, why not employ the services of one? With a dependable adventurer at your side, you would be able to reach your destination safely. This, I believe, is your best option. Well, I don't have any money. And what adventurer would want to help a child anyway? Why, our friend here, of course. Hey, now don't speak for me, okay? If you're happy with this humble vagrant. Yeah. No, definitely nothing special about me here. I shall be glad to provide suitable recompense in Urcha's stead. While a part of me hopes that this will lead to inspiration for a song, above all, I feel compelled to lend a helping hand. You really helped me. Oh, thank you so much. I'm glad it worked out for you, but as a client, there's something you need to bear in mind. That is, you've got to give the adventurer your trust. Be honest with what exactly it is you need, and he'll be able to help you all the better. A place I want to go to is a lighthouse here in Lower Lenoska. It's named for one of the 12. I heard a rumor that a kid in town, you see. He told me the ghosts appeared there during the rising. They're supposedly lighthouse keepers who died in the calamity, and they spirit children away to the realm of the dead. That's got to be nonsense, and I want to prove it. Oh, the 2 lighthouses in the area. Sun's Torch is the one as civilians can still get to. I don't recall hearing nothing about ghosts, so... Yeah, I think you have that mixed up with the other one. You definitely don't want to go to that one. That one sucks. I can't help but be curious, so I'll come along. Having a yellow jacket with you ought to make things even easier, I reckon. Well, that's outside of a skirmish anyway. Being a cannoneer, I'm more home to blasting things from a distance. If we run into any angry fiends on the road, they're all yours. A cannoneer, you say? We ain't got none of those. Why can't I be a cannoneer? I want to carry around a giant cannon that's like 3 times my size. So, what's your name, adventure? Vinoma. I'll remember that. Thank you so much for helping me. We'll go to Austin's Torch and see if the rumor about the ghost is true. Are you ready to go, Ben? As much as I would like to accompany you, someone should return to the Drowning Wench to appraise Baderon of these developments. And besides, to hear your accounts afterwards, what you learned and felt will also bring unique inspiration. I wish you an enjoyable and insightful excursion. What? To begin with, how about we head east to the Madman Bridge? It'll give us a chance to see the sights.
The path can be steep in places, so take care you don't take a tumble now. I'll be fine, don't worry. Let the adventure begin.
You know, I was kind of actually hoping it was an escort quest. That would have been fun. I mean, this area's not that big. It could have easily been one. You know, this is our first time outside of the city. We could see the sights. Have her, like, point at all the things along the way. It would have been kind of cool to see that. That's okay.
Look, a river. And there's some sort of strange animal.
I guess we kind of get that anyways.
We sometimes see children out this way at their folks, but I take it you've never been. Actually, I have. It was a long time ago, though, before my parents died in the calamity.
Wait, how old are you? You know what? Better not to ask that. That's gonna raise too many questions about the validity of the timeline here.
It's alright. I like it at the orphanage. Everyone's really nice and I have lots of fun. That'd be Limeline's Shoals, I take it. It's an orphanage run by a former Sanguine Siren, in case you weren't aware. A fine place by all accounts. If that's where Atsa's from, I'll have one of me comrades contact the caretakers. Wouldn't do to let him thinking she's missing. Right then, next we'll make for Ocean's Embrace, up this here hill. Take it slow so you don't wear yourself down.
Also, watch out for that river toad over there. It's gonna fucking eat you for lunch if you're not careful. Both of you, given your size.
Oh, we're so high up. This is amazing. I felt the same way when I looked out from here for the first time. The bridge is built when the tidal wave surrendered the land during the calamity. It's a symbol of people's determination to rise above tragedy.
You know, I think I actually knew that about this place, because I think... Was it this bridge that had a sightseeing? I'm pretty sure there is a bridge in this area that has a sightseeing. Or some sort of sightseeing area around here. It's one of the few ARR ones that I've collected. And it does mention that.
Mr. Rathia, that's the headmistress. Said that we Lominsians work hard because we hate to lose and like what we do. What about you, Abin? Do you like being an adventurer? That's what I thought. When I grow up, I hoped I'll like what I do as well. My parents liked what they did, I think. When the calamity struck, they didn't run away. They were noble souls, Mr. Rathia said. She promised to tell me everything one day, but I don't know how to feel when they're gone, and... I can't find the words. I want to be a good client, though, so I'll think on it. Since Atsa's got something she needs to get off of her chest, and wanting to verify the rumor, mayhaps she, but there's no use of speculating. Come, let's press on.
Why, she thinks she's gonna find her parents in the lighthouse or something. I think it's about time she learned a thing or two about the live stream. I could take her. I might be a little far for the orphanage, though, and I don't know if the Charlians are gonna agree with that one.
There's Orson's torch. One or two lighthouses there are named for gods. The lighthouse keeper's bloke's name's Rostland. You can ask him about ghosts and anything else you like. Lighthouse keeper. So about the reason I want to know about the ghosts. My father and mother were lighthouse keepers, you see. But they disappeared during the calamity and were never found. When I heard the rumor, I thought that maybe, just maybe, they were the ones haunting the lighthouse. So that's why you want to prove the rumor wrong. You can't stand people thinking your parents are doing terrible things. Aye, but a part of me wishes that the rumor was true. Then I'd be able to talk to my parents again. So many things I'd like to ask them. Well, whatever the truth is, we'll find out soon. Let's keep going.
Well, you know what? Kind of wasn't expecting that response. I mean, she does want to see them, but the other half of it was kind of a shock. It's kind of cool going along this path again. It's not, I haven't done this in a while, but I like Limsa. Limsa is a good place. Probably one of my favorites from ARR. Well, that and like, nah, you know what? I kind of did like it. Ended up liking it more than Gridania. As much as I like the city part, I think I like exploring Limsa more. Felt more varied.
Oh, the sea's frozen in a splash. Amazing. They say it was odd hit by the calamity. On top of the tidal wave washing away big swaths of land, a piece of Dalamud came crashing down yonder. They say it caused the aether to gush out of the land like it crystallized all at once. At the time I was with Miss Dorothea. She was my mother's friend and she took me to a safe place. I was very little then. I didn't fully understand what was happening, but the calamity really was a frightful thing. Can't imagine how it was for father and mother.
Well, now, if it ain't guests, what brings you to the torch? Ghost on the horizon. For all my years as a keeper, I've never seen nor heard about such things at any lighthouse I know. Well, it's certainly the sort of place as children might believe haunted, though. Might be as someone mistook me or some laundry for a specter.
So father and mother weren't ghosts after all.
Ah, but I must say, it's a surprise to see her tall as a little girl here. The parents showed me the ropes when I was starting out as a keeper. Well, I charge Olympians the ring yonder. Nowadays it's on a little isle, but there used to be a stretch of land connecting it. A dangerous stretch it was, rife with nasty beasts. And you had to hire adventurers and grizzled ones at that just to deliver supplies.
I wonder if that's like a reference to that area in the game at the time. Probably was like that.
If you knew my parents, please tell me about them. They left me in Limsa Lominsa during the calamity and died in the tidal wave. When they did go out there, why did they go out there even though it was so dangerous? What was going through their minds? I want to know.
I was stationed elsewhere at the time, so I only read this in a report. But your folks did everything they could to protect Lemian's ring. They built a breakwater, using anything and everything they had on hand. But in the end, there was no stopping such a monstrous wave. Countless souls went missing when it struck, and the Maelstorms mounted search and rescue operations. I joined the effort, but I'm afraid they were never found. Know, though, that your folks didn't die in vain. By manning the lighthouse to the very end that day, they guided many vessels safely to shore and saved many lives.
I see. They really were noble souls like Miss Dorothea said. But if I could choose, I wish they were still here.
Well, it's just a thought, but why'd you like to stay the night and hear more about your folks? Well, it'd only be the mundane, everyday things, but what I know, I'd be glad to share with you.
I'd like that. I'd like that very much.
What are the chances her parents were like actual NPCs or something? Because if that lighthouse was like a place you could go, I don't know if it was a dungeon or not, but... No, I think that's different than the lighthouse dungeon I'm thinking of. That's a third lighthouse. This is like... I think that's just out there. Pretty sure that's... Yeah, that's in a different map, I think. I wonder if they were NPCs, if you could go there. It's a possibility anyways.
Good morning, Abin.
Well, someone's up early. Jeez. Why don't you just stay here and become a lighthouse keeper instead? At least for now.
Got up early to look at the lighthouse my father and mother used to be. Wait, is that the one you go to?
No. No, it's not. That's just a random lighthouse. But I mean, if there used to be a bit of land going to it, I mean, it's possible it was part of the map at the time.
For the longest time I'd felt as though they'd abandoned me. I wanted to see them one more time so I could ask them why they had to go. and to tell them that I miss them. Maybe a little. Still, I'm glad I could learn about my parents. It made me realize that I want to become someone who helps others. Like them, and like you. So thank you for bringing me here.
Hello? Thank you. Oh my god, why was the targeting so shit?
Thank you so much for coming with me, both of you. You're very welcome, Diddy. You can always come to me if you need anything. Just know I'm not trying to sneak out to here. Well, I better get back to the orphanage. Hopefully Mr. Rathia won't be too mad at me. You'll be wanting to report to the minster, I expect. In which case a comrade of mine tells me he's at the anchor yard. I'll see to it that it gets home safely. Be sure to catch the special fireworks after, eh? Seeing you, Ben.
Can't even see the fireworks from where the hell are they? Or they just end? Literally looking around for them and can't even find them. I think they usually go all night. I remember watching them one year and it's like they lasted pretty much the entire night. Where the hell are we? Wait, this is where the fireworks ended. Yeah, this is where I watched fireworks last time. This is where the last Rising quest in Limsa ended. It was right at the same spot.
Ah, welcome back, my friend. Was young Ratso able to find what she sought? So her true purpose was to see if the ghosts were her parents who were taken by the calamity. A tale is born when someone acts in the name of another. As there are so many tales out there, it is impossible for us to know every single one. Yet a tale may occasionally find its way to those who need it most, such as that of the lighthouse keepers, whose courage and sacrifice have come to guide their child years after their passing. Thank you, Abin. Not only for granting Ratsa's wish, but for providing me with inspiration as well. While we wait for the special fireworks to begin, might you tell me more of your excursion?
Oh, quite a crowd this time. Feels like it's bigger than last time.
Yes, it comes to me. A verse for all who strive onwards, this day and every day.
And he's got to really do something about that harp. Every time he strums it, just like, I'm out. I'm out like a light. How am I supposed to listen to your music if you keep filling with like some hallucinogenics? I mean, who else you get caught up in this mess? Gotta be careful, he might get arrested. What's a dog doing here? Yeah, look what you've done now. He took a dog into this dream.
Greetings, warrior of light.
Well, that's a little different.
This is a world that exists outside your reality. Could it be a dream? A flight of fancy conjured by your weary mind? Perhaps. Or perhaps not. It is a pleasure to meet you again. As I have in the past, I have beckoned you here that I might express my gratitude.
Would he like decide to start over and change jobs or something? What the hell?
For long years we have walked together with you on this grand adventure. It's a never-ending journey, one that shall continue tomorrow as surely as it does today, the most natural of things. Along the way, I've endeavored to keep my gaze firmly fixed upon the future. Of late, however, I've been keenly reminded that we must occasionally look back upon the path we walked, that we might remember the lessons learned. In the course of our adventures, it seems that I too have grown. To learn from successes and failures both, and forge ahead with humility and sincerity. This is what I had resolved to do at Journey's beginning, and I resolved to do so anew. Nothing would please us more than to continue having you at our side at our road ahead. And I pray that, upon the journey of life that we have the honor to share, the light of the crystal shall ever shine. Now, the time has come for this vision to end. Time for your eyes to open from this waking dream. This world shall yet endure, and as we continue to make our way, pray that we shall have occasion to meet again. Till that day, I wish you the happiest of journeys. Fare you well. Most happenings in our lives have no bearing on the fate of the world. More often than not, they go unobserved and unremarked. But you, my friend, gather up such forgotten tales and see them delivered. In so doing, you bring joy, and as a token of my gratitude, I dedicate to you this song. A song of journeys fulfilling. In gleaming gold the sun does rise, the boundless sky it calls, in silver pale the path of men, a white and endless pall. So far away the guiding light, that you do now espy, but flames of life their warmth impart, to comfort and inspire. Take heart, my friend, for here we stand, and so we shall remain. Your destination reach you shall, by memories refrain. I have no doubt that you, Raja and Ayoyo, shall give rise to great many more tales. Your tales in particular may be more varied than those of others. There may be times when you face great hardships and the weight is more you can bear. At such a time I bid you remember this. No matter how great your burdens, the tales that you have gathered shall ever be your strength. A beacon to light your way in the darkness.
Well, that one was cute. I like that. That was a fun little story. Let's see what we got here. Where'd he even go? Wind up Galoo Jaja. Well, that's interesting. Can't remember if an event's ever given us something from like the expansions or themed around the expansions like that. Like, yeah, the New Year stuff is usually Kugane themed, but that's just, you know, that's not like on purpose because Stormblood. That's just, oh, I guess we're gonna have to, yeah, what's the chances of me rolling it from that? That's just because New Year's. Where is this? There it is. Designed in the likeness of Galoo Jaja, this mammoth was created to commemorate the 70th anniversary of his ascension as Dawn Servant. It would seem that those Mamulja who journeyed to Eorzea brought these units with them in the intent of impressing upon the locals and impressing upon the locals the glory of their kind. I'm kind of surprised this wasn't just part of the, like, Dawn Trail, but I guess it would have been a little weird if it was. I don't know. Something about that would have been... It would have been out of place for sure. But that's cool that we got something like that. It seems fitting that we would get it, you know, with Dawn Trail and everything, so... I like that one. That was nice. It was a fun little quest. So, I guess next time will be... Most likely the next video of this is going to likely be Hildebrand, and I'll probably pair it with a Monster Hunter boss fight, most likely. So probably a little later in the month. Both of those are not event or limited time events, so they'll happen at some point in the next bit. But yeah, it's most likely going to be the next one, and then Halloween will likely be after that. Not sure what beyond that besides the usual event stuff. I'm not sure when 7.4 is supposed to come, and 3.5 I don't think is supposed to have anything notable that I'd want to record. So yeah, it's probably just going to be events and Hildebrand events, Monster Hunter, and then whenever up until 7.4 comes out. So in the meantime, I hope everyone enjoyed this little video, and I will see you next time.